Paul. Hi, my name is Bughail Singh. This is my presentation on editing. What is editing? Film editing is part of a creative post-production process of filmmaking. The term film editing is derived from the traditional process of working with film, but now it is increasingly involves the use of digital technology. The film editor works with raw footage, selecting shots and combining them into a sequence to create a finished motion picture. Film editing is described as an art or a skill, the only art that is unique to cinema. Moviola machine. Moviola machine was created in 1924. Basically, this was the first editing machine that was invented. As you can see in the picture, this is a vertical model of the Moviola machine. How it works. This machine was used for editing. It allows scanning the films frame by frame while still being able to preview the resulting edit. Previously, this work had to be performed by trial and error, going back and forth from the editing table to the projection hall. Basically, it was really hard to edit on Moviola machine. It was bound to make mistakes because you actually had to, if you had the film, you actually had to cut and repaste it where you want the scene. So it was more like hand working, practical work, rather than nowadays you can just go on computer, edit. If you make a mistake, you just press a button and then you can just go back. Editing techniques. These are some of the editing techniques I will talk about. First one is cut. A cut is a visual transition created in editing in which one shot is instantly replaced on screen with another. Basically, cut is a really simple transition, but you can use this very effectively. For example, if you have a music video, you can actually sync the cuts with the music beat so it flows really good. The next one is continuity editing. That one is basically, for example, if a person is walking and is going to open the door and go through to the next room, you can have one shot of him, wide shot, walking towards the door, and when he grabs the handle, you can have a close-up shot of him opening the handle, so it doesn't jerk, it goes in a flow. So even when the shot changes, the audience will not notice it too much because they'll be following it as a flow. The next one is dissolve. Dissolve is a gradual scene transition. The editor overlaps the end of one shot with the beginning of the next one. The next one is fade. Fade is a visual transition between shots or scenes that appear on screen as a brief interval with no picture. The editor fades one shot to black and then fades in the next one, often used to indicate the change of time or place. Editors normally avoid cutting between shots extremely different sizes of the same subject. For example, close-up of a person and then cut to a long shot. It is jolting for the audience. Analog versus digital. I have 4 photos here. These 2 photos are the same. Basically, this is the digital one. This is working editing in the early cinema, and this one is working in modern times on a computer screen. This one is a storage device in early cinemas. It's a film, actual film. This is a card. You can have different types of cards: CF card, compact flash card, which is micro SD card, SD cards, and there's lots of other ones as well. Digital. With computers, editing is a lot easier. It is all done digitally. Different editing softwares is used, such as Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, and iMovies. These types of software allow people to edit footage easily. All footage is imported to a project, and then selected clips are placed into a timeline. These clips then are edited, whether it's cutting clips or adding effects, video filters, or adding the audio soundtrack to it. N-Log, before the computers came out, it was very hard to edit. Editing was all done by hand, and it involved actually cutting and pasting different pieces of the film. It was then put through a machine like the Moviola machine. So basically, if you, for example, if you, like I said before as well, in digital technology, when you're working on the computer, if you make a mistake, you can just go back and change it, and it's really easy to keep doing that. It's not an issue. But in the olden times, when the editing was invented, if you had to change something, it was a really long process, and it was really difficult, and you often made mistakes. If you look at two films, say if you choose one film, The Train Robbery, that was really good success. And if you take any film from this day, for example, say Avengers, you can definitely see a massive difference in the technology and the way of editing. Is completely different. So that gives you an idea of how much editing is progressed throughout the time. So thank you very much. That was my presentation on editing. Hoping you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.